We're speaking today with Mark Giglio, the author of The Patron's Wife, and this is the third segment of our interview. So, Mark, tell me about the characters in The Patron's Wife.
Well, there are three main characters, and they fit into a love triangle. Our hero, protagonist, brooding hero, however you want to describe him, is Emilio Aguilar. He's a electrical engineer. He's happily took this remote assignment in the highlands of Ecuador above the Amazon jungle. He's going to design and supervise the construction of a solar system. So this vast plateau, which happens to be El Paradiso, it's a plantation for coffee and cocoa, so that this plantation can have electricity. Okay, he is, like I said, he's very happy to go and get away from his life in the big city. He's leaving his latest failed love affair. Now, this is a married woman. He's kind of self-sabotaging. He's Hamlet-esque. He can't seem to make up his mind or make a decision. So he is put in a very strange love triangle. And that's our protagonist. Our sympathetic protagonist would be Alma. Of course, she's the focal point of the other leg of the love triangle. Well, Alma, she is the consummate romanticist. She has a master's degree in 19th century American poetry, which took place during that era between, I think, 1830 to about 1865. And she adheres to almost all of the philosophy of that era. And one of the philosophies was how nature was almost sacred, and how the romantic period artists, writers, and sculptors, painters all made nature their main subject in their writings and physical representations. Okay, and like I said, she's a romantic. So she has completed her master's degree. Has a pretty good chance of getting a position at a college as an instructor. But because of that romantic notion, she has a chance to go on an adventure. In fact, she mentions that to Emilio quite a few times, how she likes the adventure. Well, what more adventurous place could be the highlands of Ecuador, remote area, got a jungle below, you got the Andes off on the other end of this plateau. So she falls in love with the place. And her original idea was she had a cousin who was married to the Patron. Okay. The cousin's name is Julia. She gets sick, and she knows she's dying. So she asks Alma, after she passes away, to come to El Paradiso and help Hector with his grief and kind of get things back in order. Because things he doesn't care. He's in the throes of grief. So she does. And her plan is to stay there for a 3 months and, get things in order and come on back to the United States and get back into the college scene and, start her new job while she works on her PhD. Well, she was really impressed with what she saw. And I'd like to read a bit of from the novel that kind of defines how she looks at Alma looks at nature. This takes place out on the plateau where there's a big rainstorm. Something happened to me that day out on the plateau. The darkening sky, the silver clouds, the roll of thunder, the birds that darted about looking for cover, the way the lightning lit up the sky, even the way the grass hissed and rippled before the wind. All of nature was in a truly glorious concert of color and sound and smell and sensation, and I became one with it. I never felt that way about anything or anyone. So you have that. You also have her finding she is attracted to Hector, Patron. I guess I should say about Hector now, so this all makes sense. Well, Hector is about twice Alma's age. She's 29. So he is in his mid to late 50s. Big strapping fella. His word is law. Very much in the macho kind of mindset. And it reflects the way he treats the natives, the native women. But he has one need that is not fulfilled by Alma, not for his lack of trying, and he has to produce an heir in order to keep this giant plateau in the Alvarez name. His name is Hector Alvarez. So he kind of goes a little overboard trying to get Alma to conceive, and that kind of turned her off. So those are the three main characters. There are some peripheral characters too. There's the houseman, who's also a shaman. He pops in quite a few times, and some of the staff. Maria Teresa, who's a bruja, which is a witch, and other than that, there's those are the three characters who carry on the story. Mary, anything else you'd like to know?
I think we'll leave whatever else I would like to know for the next segment of the interview. Thank you very much for this.
You're very welcome. Do you want to just go on to the next one, or?
No, we've got to get separate videos. We have to do it over, do the next thing. But you know what? I stopped the video, so we're okay. We don't have the video going on anymore.
Okay.
You know what? Maybe, do we really need number 4 about the love triangle? Because you talked about it in the characters. You think that's enough?
Well, we don't have to spend very much time on it.
Okay.
Just 2 points I want to make is I want to give a little history of the Romantic era, very little.
Okay.
So we can bring up the Arthurian